I drove a Cadillac. Well, he had it all. They say he was the king. But look how happy he was when he split the scene.
Are you ready? Are you ready for your daily dose? Because we all need some strategies for living. So are you ready for your daily dose of radio rehab?
I'm over here rustling around.
Yeah, you are
myself
rustling. Yeah, you're rustling
I'm
Jimmie.
ready.
Yeah, but you are ready.
I am
Rustling,
ready.
ready Jimmie.
I like that.
Hey, folks, welcome. Welcome into 101.7 FM and 710 Keel. Welcome into this edition of Strategies for Living. I'm Dr. David McMillian. He is Wrestling Ready Jimmie, PhD. That means he produces, he hosts, and he directs when he's not wrestling.
I like the cowboy vibe.
You like that?
Yeah.
I
like
expect
that.
your hat. Of course, I won't. You need to have a white hat, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because you're a good guy.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
it was because I was producer.
Well, you could that too, that too, and you answer all questions, right? So
I do.
Yeah,
To the
So
best of my ability.
What is the one quality, Jimmie, that everybody wants more of? One quality. He's wrestling.
I think everybody wouldn't mind a little bit more confidence.
I'm confident that you are correct, my friend. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the core beliefs of confidence. Got any idea about somebody that could help us out in the discussion?
I've got a thought.
Yeah, I'm confident. I was confident you did. We've already heard her chuckling over here. Of course, she's been wrestling the last couple of days. She's been wrestling salmon.
Really?
Yeah. She's been after wild salmon.
Yeah, you make it sound so exciting.
Well, if there's a chance that I'm going to get my debut as an actor, I'm starting now. I'm getting
Okay.
into the role, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the commitment.
So we'll just leave it right there,
that
and I'll
confidence.
just leave that right there. And if Lauren wants to go further, PLPC Lauren Leon McMillian, part-time salmon rustler is our life strategist this evening, and I'm confident that she can help us. Because really, if you want to, this is not about outside circumstances. The key to confidence is changing your thinking. So that's one of Lauren's specialties, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I'm working on it anyway.
You're confident.
I should be confident.
There you go. Folks, thank you for tuning into Strategies for Living. We are presented by Azalea Cleaners. I was there today. It's a busy place.
Yeah?
Yeah. And lots of folks walking out with lots of clean clothes, too.
Lots of busy people.
Yeah, lots of busy people. We're brought to you by the Robinson Film Center. I want to go there this week. I want to catch Oppenheimer before it closes.
Better hurry.
Yeah, I know. We're brought to you by Pintail Roofing.
Roof.
We're brought to you by Learning Rx. We're brought to you by Hempress. Cannabis with Love, 3766 Uri Drive in Shreveport. And we're brought to you by the Shreveport Little Theater. What are the core beliefs of confidence? That's what we're going to talk about today here on Strategies for Living. We'll be right back.
Reading begins not in the classroom, but in your child's brain. I'm Donisa Walker with Learning Rx Shreveport. If your child struggles to read, maybe he or she has trouble focusing or comprehending, Learning Rx Shreveport offers a science solution to reading problems, working one-on-one with your child, targeting his or her reading skills. Today, call Learning Rx Shreveport. Make an appointment to have your child assessed. I know you want to help your child, so does Learning Rx Shreveport.
The following program is paid for by David McMillian. Hey, this is Jason with DM Construction Services in Shreveport, Louisiana. We specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, home additions, and outdoor spaces. Our team's very passionate about bringing your vision to life and creating the perfect space for you and your family. With our attention to detail and commitment to quality, craftsmanship, you can trust that your project is in good hands. Let us show you how we can transform your home into the space you've always dreamed of. Contact DM Construction Services today. Find us at dmconstructionandremodeling.com or 318-201-3562.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, perfect for seeing Taylor Swift The Eras Tour. Presented by Capital One. Oh, I do love her. Earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel.
Enjoy your stay in Suite 13.
Whoa, 13? That's Taylor's lucky number. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
And welcome into 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Welcome into Strategies for a Living. Jimmie Bryant, PLPC, Lauren Leon McMillian, David McMillian. We're talking about the core beliefs of confidence. Let me first give credit where credit is due. Dr. Thomas Rutledge wrote an article that caught my attention in Psychology Today. Dr. Rutledge is a professor in residence at the Department of Psychiatry at the UC San Diego. At UC San Diego, he's a researcher. He's authored more than 100 journal articles, written a couple of books. He's written The Psychology of Eating, Applying the Science of Psychology to Unlock Your Weight Loss Potential. And he's also written the Inner Champion Program, a mental fitness program plan for a healthy and prosperous life. So there you go, Dr. Thomas Rutledge. So, you know, in this world, where consensus and shared values are, they're getting harder and harder to find, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the desire for greater confidence is, I think, a rare unifier among otherwise divided Americans. Take any two Americans, no matter how different they may appear demographically, socioculturally, politically, and you can be almost certain that both want more confidence. I mean, that's a unifier, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So why do people universally crave confidence? Maybe even more than they desire money, or maybe even more than they desire material success, maybe even more than they desire mates.
And I think as they should, perhaps. I mean, I looked up confidence, the etymology, you know, where it comes from.
Right.
Latin, right?
Yeah.
And it means to have full trust.
Oh, okay.
And I think in applying that, at least to ourselves, to have full trust in ourselves.
Right.
Is something we should all certainly aim for, and is certainly can be a lifelong task. Especially in this world where we are challenged every day to not trust ourselves.
Yeah.
To outsource our power.
Over and over and over, we're invited to do that, in this world. So confidence is, one of those perhaps just two experience in life. Love is the other. Yeah. That changes all the other things in life for the better. If you don't believe this, then there is research. Of course, in psychology, there's research on everything. So you can find confidence research. And if you look at confidence research, you'll find there's a difference between high confidence people and low confidence people. Okay? So let's look at this for a moment. So low confidence people set modest goals, avoid failure. They commit to trying. They give up when it gets hard. When they get a setback, when there's a setback, they personalize it. They externalize success. They talk themselves out of things, and they're self-critical. All right, now those are low confidence people. Let's look at this against high confidence people. So high confidence people set lofty goals. They pursue success. They commit to doing, not just to trying, but to doing. They persist when it gets hard. They learn from their setbacks. Instead of externalizing success, they internalize success. Instead of talking themselves out of things, they talk themselves through things. And instead of being self-critical, they are self-affirming. So, confidence makes people more resilient to stress. And so confidence seems to make everything better. And that's a lot of benefits, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's really no wonder then that confidence is that commodity, that rare commodity that everybody wants. Even as divided as we are, we all want more confidence, right? Sure. So the more intriguing question is why everyone doesn't already have more confidence. Yeah, why?
Well, a lot of societal beliefs are going to try to talk you out of that.
Yeah, I think you're on to something there. The author says in his blog that we are probably, you and I, we're underachieving our confidence potential, not because of a lack of support or external success, but because of accidental ways that we've learned and been taught to think. So if that explanation strikes, and as may strike people listening, oh, but that's too simple, that's too easy. Consider this. Consider these things. Self-limiting beliefs can make a rich person feel poor.
Yep.
A strong person feel weak. And a beloved person feel lonely. So it turns out, if you leave it unrecognized, if you leave it unaddressed, the same types of self-limiting belief patterns can also confine a potentially confident and self-actualized person to a lifetime of insecurity. Yeah.
And I think when you're talking about this, it brings up one thing that keeps coming back to my mind is the idea of person-centered praise versus process praise.
Person-centered praise versus process praise. Okay, to unpack that for us.
So the difference being person-centered praise is when you tell someone, oh, you're so smart.
Okay.
Or, oh, you're so pretty, whatever the quality is.
Whatever. So you're individualizing it to a particular person.
Right.
Okay.
Versus process praise, meaning, oh, you worked so hard on that. I can tell you put a lot of effort into that. And this is something that we start with kids early on. And sure, it's fine to tell kids that they're smart, but that's just telling them that, just because, you just are.
Yeah.
There's no work, there's no recognition of what it takes to get there.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah,
I see what you're getting at, and and nowadays, and I don't mean to get on a soapbox here, I'm not going to, but I'm just going to make the comment. Back in my day, you went out on the playground for field day, and you won the blue ribbon, right?
Yeah.
I got the blue ribbon in the potato sack race. I didn't really, but let's say I did.
Okay.
But now it's like we can't give a blue ribbon. Everybody's got to get a ribbon. And again, I'm going to get off the soapbox now, but there's a lot of things when it comes to, and we're in the next few months we're going to talk some about education, and we're probably going to rattle some cages, because there's some things that we really need to look at. Mm-hmm. We really need to examine. And that's, you're touching on one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about confidence this evening. When we come back, why is confidence so elusive? What the heck is it? And how do you get it? We'll talk about all those things as we examine confident, being more, the core beliefs of confidence this evening here on Strategies for Living. Been going on for 101 years now. I'm confident of that. And I'm also confident that it is American theater at its very best. I'm talking about, of course, Shreveport Little Theater. Been enhancing our lives through the performing arts and educational programming and opportunities to volunteer service while we're guided by professional artists. That is all about what Shreveport Little Theater is about. And so the summer musical has just wrapped up. It was a great one. And the 23-24 season, we're looking forward to that. Need to go to ShreveportLittleTheater.com, check it out, get your season tickets starts in September, always Patsy Cline, September the 1st. My Way, the music of Sinatra, starts October the 27th. The Wonderettes, back with Winter Wonderettes, starting December the 8th. 5 Women Wearing the Same Dress in January. Dial M for Murder starts February 23rd. And Jimmy Buffett's Escape to Margaritaville, April the 19th is the start date. Get your season tickets and get in on the fun of American theater at its best. 812 Margaret Place in Shreveport, ShreveportLittleTheater.com.
This is Jay Merle for Pintail Roofing. Let's talk about quality. When you hire Pintail to build your roof, here's what you can expect. Quality and quality control are the most important concerns for us at Pintail, and you need to know that Pintail stands tall with swift and professional performance on any warranty call. This is our most important policy. And remember, we're your neighbors. We'll be here for you for the long haul. Our family's lived here for over 100 years, and we aren't going anywhere. On the commercial side of Pintail's business, our fluid-applied roofing solutions can save thousands of dollars over conventional commercial roofing options. Call Pintail at 226-ROOF for a free inspection of your home or commercial building. That's 226-7663. Pintail Roofing. What's the condition of your roof?
And welcome back. Welcome back into Strategies for Living here on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel, Jimmie Bryant, PLPC, Lauren Leon McMillian, David McMillian, talking about the core beliefs of confidence today. So, why is confidence as elusive as it is? I mean, it's, you know, if it were a metaphorical wise guy up on the top of the mountain, right?
Right.
We could say that most people lack confidence because they've been given bad directions, right?
Yeah.
Even the most precious and sought after treasure will likely elude us without an accurate map. So, but let's think about the directions that are being given, not by the wise guy up on the hill, but
Right.
but what are we told? We're taught that confidence comes from having successful experiences. We're taught that confidence comes from achieving degrees and promotions and milestones in your career, right? We're taught that, that confidence comes from obtaining experience at the thing about which we want to be confident,
Right.
and from then the support and encouragement of others. Now, here's the deal.
So, in other words, it has to have some backing. We have to have some proof. We have to give proof that we are worthy of confidence.
That's what we're taught. That's what we're taught. But the thing is, none of those things that we're taught are required for you or I or anybody else listening to become more confident.
Right.
And yet these pervasive confidence myths have been told to us so many times by so many different authority figures that they do appear unassailable, right?
Right.
And worse, the myths also convince us that there's got to be something just fundamentally wrong with me, because even when I win or earn credentials and awards, or I invest months or even years of work, and I receive positive feedback from others, it doesn't translate into confidence, for me to feel more confident. So there's a problem.
It's a cycle, isn't it?
Yeah. So what is confidence? What in the world is this thing that seems to be so elusive? Let's start with what it's not. Okay?
Okay.
I like that.
Let's start with what it's not. Confidence is not something that comes from credentials, awards, and experience. It is not something that guarantees success.
Okay.
It is not something that spontaneously occurs later in your life or your career. It is not something that is supposed to just appear when you finally deserve it. And it's not something that support and success are the causes of. The support and success aren't the causes of confidence.
I'd argue that it's actually backwards.
Yeah.
Confidence, the result of confidence is the support and success.
Yes. So let's talk about what it is.
Okay.
Confidence is a skill that you can develop or enhance. Any skill that you develop or enhance, it leads to confidence. Mastery of anything is going to improve self-esteem. Mastery of anything. Something that enables your best effort. Something that you can develop whenever you commit to the process. It doesn't spontaneously occur. There's commitment involved. It's something that rarely happens unless you take the responsibility to create it. It doesn't just appear one day when you, quote unquote, magically deserve it.
Right.
And support and success are often the result.
Oh, there it is.
Not the cause of confidence. So the path to confidence, comes with good news. You don't have to be wealthy. You don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to be successful. And you don't even have to be experienced
Nope.
to get there. You can be confident right from the start while you're still lacking credentials or trophies or fanfare or any of that stuff.
And I mean, we can see this so easily in young kids, right?
Yep.
How many times do we see the young kid just scream his heart out,
Yeah.
full of confidence in what he's doing?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Yeah. Well, then what happens is all of the well-meaning people, and they're well-meaning people, start installing different beliefs into that kid, into that confident kid, right? And so you have to, if you want confidence, you have to be willing to look at your thinking and be willing to change how you think. So I don't mean changing how you think on the superficial level, the conscious level. Confidence won't come from just affirmations or doing gratitude journals.
Although I'm going to say they'll help.
Meditation. Yeah, those things can't hurt.
Right.
But the process of building confidence results from changing your thinking at the level of your core beliefs. And when you get down to talk about core beliefs, now you're not talking about the conscious mind.
Right.
You're getting deep. You're going into the unconscious mind. So if you want to produce a lasting change in behavior, in what you do, then it's critical to align your new behavior with your core values. And without that connection to core values, behavior change is only going to last the length of your willpower, however long your willpower is. And that the same thing is true for confidence. So truly confident people possess distinct core beliefs that differ from the beliefs that people who struggle, people who struggle with confidence. And these core beliefs of confidence they're more often the cause, not the result of both the successes externally and the satisfaction that you feel internally that confident people, are going to exhibit.
Well, it all starts there anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's an inside job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the outer success doesn't come with the internal positive emotional experience enjoyed by the high confidence person. Instead of satisfaction and a sense of achievement, the person who succeeds without confidence usually is just going to be relieved.
That's done.
Yeah,
I did it.
Yeah. I'm relieved. I didn't mess up. Now, does that sound familiar to
Yeah, I mean, even me. Yeah.
To how many of us does that sound familiar?
On occasion, yeah.
And so the cycle. Here's the deal. We can break that cycle, and we can replace it with a new way of living and feeling. So when we come back, since we're strategies for living, right? We're going to talk about the core beliefs of confidence and unpack, because these are the strategies. The core beliefs of confidence really are the strategies to become more confident. You got to get down into the core. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Affirmations, affirmations are good.
They're a great starting place.
They're a great starting place. But you can say all the affirmations in the world, but if you don't believe them at the unconscious level of mind,
right?
Because affirmations work on the conscious mind. What we're talking about with core beliefs get down to the unconscious mind. So all the affirmations that we can give ourselves aren't going to work until those affirmations sink down into the subconscious, into the unconscious mind. And that's the key.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
We'll come back and we'll talk about the core beliefs of confidence here on Strategies for Living. But let's talk a bit about the Robinson Film Center, 617 Texas Street in downtown Shreveport. There's no place like the Robinson, and right now there's what do you call it? Barbenheimer?
Yeah.
Barbenheimer. We got Barbie and we got Oppenheimer. I don't know which one we want to duck more from. Speaking of duck, let's go get those duck nachos at Abby Singer's Bistro, right?
Deal. Let's go.
Second floor of RFC, open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch and dinner. Jimmie loves those duck nachos.
My treat.
He also loves the chicken and andouille sausage gumbo. He absolutely loves the Royale with cheese, that big old stacked hamburger.
And
right?
I don't mind a glass of wine.
No, don't mind a glass of wine. And, I may as well bring some chicken and waffles and and some fish or shrimp tacos because Lauren's going to be there, and that's what she's going to want, right?
That sounds good.
Okay, there you go. It's all happening at the Robinson Film Center, so you want to join the crowd. You want to join the fun. You want to become a member, get discounts on movies, get concession upgrades, get bistro deals. Go to robinsonfilmcenter.org. Find out what's showing right now, although I've told you, Barbie and Oppenheimer. RFC, 617 Texas Street in downtown Shreveport. No place like it. robinsonfilmcenter.org. Welcome back into Strategies for Living here on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. You know what today is? I'm confident of this, too, because we're talking about confidence. I'm confident that today is Denisa Walker's birthday.
Oh.
Learning RX, right?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Better look out. They're coming to get
They
you now.
probably will.
They're running up the hall now.
I better stop right there.
Coming with the cane.
Yeah. Could happen any moment. Anyway, Denisa Walker, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
A gem of
happy
Shreveport.
birthday. She is, and I mean, she's given so much in bringing Learning RX to Shreveport, Bossier City.
Yeah.
And she just got an award for one of the top Learning RX centers in the nation. And
That's awesome.
she works so hard, and her entire staff is, I mean, they do great work at Learning RX. So, Denisa, enjoy your day.
Yeah.
We're talking about confidence. We're talking about core beliefs of confidence. Confidence is one of those few qualities that everybody wants more, and there's a lot of myths about confidence that, and those myths actually prevent us from becoming more confident. But confident people have distinct core beliefs that less confident people lack. And a person can improve their confidence by adapting. Adapting is one of those key things.
As we got to do it to survive.
As we move through life, right?
Adapt and integrate.
The integrative process and the adaptive process are two massive things to keep us human beings safe and alive. And so here we go. We got to adapt to these core beliefs of confidence.
I like it.
So let's talk about what they are, and then we'll unpack them. Okay?
Sounds good.
There's 7 of them that Dr. Thomas Rutledge in his article that I mentioned, and that article is out of Psychology Today. It's called The Core Beliefs of Confidence. So Dr. Rutledge lists these core beliefs of confidence.
Okay.
Number 1, they know the outcomes can't be controlled. So what matters is their effort, their persistence, their preparation, and their goals.
Yep.
Number 2, they see success as an ongoing process, and they appreciate that hardships and setbacks are just
part of the process,
part of the journey.
Yeah.
In fact, not just part of the journey.
They are the journey.
They are the journey. They're necessary. They're a necessary part of the journey.
Right.
They're going to happen. Next, they believe that success is inevitable if they stick with it. And here's this A word again, adapt. If they stick with it and adapt. 4, they see failure, if any failure that comes along this process, along the way, they choose to see that as temporary. It's, in other words, it's feedback. It's a source of feedback.
In other words, FAIL, first attempt in learning.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I like that. And so that first attempt in learning is then an opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
For learning.
And for more learning, yeah, and that's it. And then they see anxiety and fear and doubts. They see those as a healthy sign that they're testing themselves rather than a sign of impending failure.
Something else comes with every attempt too.
What's that?
Experience.
There you go. Abraham Lincoln, and I'm reading right now a wonderful book. I may try to get the author on. It's a wonderful book on Abraham Lincoln. But when you said that, Jimmie, it struck me. One of the things that Lincoln didn't win many elections. I mean, he got elected to the House of Representatives, was the biggest thing before the presidency. He was a one-time House member.
Wow.
I think, and that's it. Most every election that he tried to get into, I mean, he's famous for the Lincoln-Douglas debates, right?
Yeah.
He lost that election. So, I mean, he lost an incredible number of times, and yet he persisted and he believed in himself, and arguably, you could, of course, you could say Washington is a great president because he was the first.
Yeah, but he's right there.
But Mr. Lincoln saved our union.
Yeah, he is top tier, if just for saving the union.
Absolutely. So,
and I think that's something important to keep in mind, that how much he failed, and yet how much do we know and remember and appreciate him for today.
Absolutely. There you go. So confident people see anxiety, they see fear, they see doubts as a healthy sign, and they're testing themselves rather than it's failure.
It means you're on the edge of learning. You're on that leading edge.
Yeah.
That I like to talk about.
Absolutely. And they don't take rejection or failures personally. They don't take it personally. So if your goal is to experience the many inner and outer rewards of confidence, and there are a lot of rewards of confidence.
And I'd argue they continue to grow.
Absolutely. Then those core beliefs of confidence are, what you want to do. Now we'll repeat them again, but let's talk about for a second, how do you start? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So one of the things you do is you take these core beliefs, these 7 core beliefs, put them in your own words.
Okay.
Make them yours. Okay. And then connect them in as many ways as possible with your personal experiences and with those of people close to you to demonstrate their validity beyond any shred of doubt.
Okay.
Validity. What's validity? It when a test is valid, it measures what it's supposed to be measuring.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's validity. So there's no doubt that if you take these and you connect them to people that you know, and there won't be any shred of doubt that these are valid things. And then begin the integration.
Mm-hmm.
Then begin integrating these core beliefs into what you do.
Okay.
Begin integrating them into your behavior, and the goal that's going to come is that your actions become a visible, a living extension of the new confidence beliefs that you're practicing.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Now, you mentioned something as we were driving about the difference between self-esteem.
Yeah, my supervisor when I was interning at Centenary always
Tina Felt.
Yes.
Yep.
The wonderful Tina Felt.
The wonderful Tina Felt.
She
has done a wonderful job. The big boss at Centenary.
Oh yeah. Well, in the counseling.
The big boss at Centenary, President Holman, was a life strategist.
Right.
Here, and he called Tina a treasure.
Well, yeah, definitely.
So there you go. Yeah.
So anyway, she always differentiated for me between self-confidence and self-esteem.
Yep.
Self-confidence, she said, is your belief that you can do something.
Okay.
Whereas self-esteem is your belief, your total belief in yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so self-confidence, she would even kind of maybe argue with some of what we're saying in terms of it can apply to specific things and areas, right? Like I could be very confident in my work as a therapist, right?
Right.
But maybe not so much confident in my ability to sing, right?
Yep.
Some other area like that.
Yep. So then we gotta understand, and I'm gonna give the core beliefs of confidence again. We gotta understand that we're not talking about a feeling here.
No.
Confidence isn't really a feeling. It's more of a skill. And just like all skills,
it can be learned.
Confidence can be developed through a practice, consciously practicing effective strategies combined with a deliberate intent to improve yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And maybe even an added reminder of this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah. And
applying these core beliefs to what you are experiencing.
There you go. Okay.
An awareness.
So
let's
unpack the core beliefs again. Number 1, the core belief. These are the core beliefs of confidence. Mm-hmm. You know that the outcome can't be controlled.
Okay.
What matters is what your effort is, your persistence, your preparation, and your goals.
You know, and I think each one of these you could dedicate some period of time to.
Oh,
like a
definitely.
week or a month.
Oh, most
even.
definitely. Most definitely.
I mean, because there's a lot in each one.
In each one. Number 2, they see success as an ongoing process. And they appreciate that hardships and setbacks are just a part of the journey. They're a necessary part of the journey.
And I'd argue that success is if you have learned something from the experience.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Number 3, they believe that success is inevitable if they stick with it and they adapt. Number 4, they see failure as temporary. It's a source of a feedback. And they see it as a learning opportunity.
First attempt in learning.
FAIL, first attempt in learning. I like that. They see anxiety, fear, doubts as a healthy sign that they're testing themselves rather than making it a sign of failure, of impending failure.
Yep.
And last but not least, and I might argue this is maybe the one with the double asterisk.
Last but most.
You don't take it personally.
Yeah.
They don't take any kind of quote unquote failure or rejection along the way personally.
Right, because as long as you don't, that means you get to change. And even if you did initially take it personally, that person has changed.
There you go.
Hopefully.
There you go. The core beliefs of confidence. If you want more information about this, Psychology Today, Dr. Thomas Rutledge has a blog, and just put in the core beliefs of confidence, and you'll find out much more information. And we'll be back with Strategies for Living in just a moment. Welcome back. Welcome back into 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. PLPC, Lauren, Leon, McMillian, PLPC. What does that PLPC mean?
Provisional
provisional licensed professional counselor. So you are in process of working towards licensure in the state of Louisiana. You have a state-approved supervisor.
That's right.
That you meet with every 20 to so hours of meeting with clients, and you and your supervisor, and you don't go session by session. You just, no confidentiality is breached or anything like that. It's just a guidance thing.
Yeah, talking about how I can help, how he can help me help those I'm helping.
There you
essentially,
go.
Better.
So it's a long process, or it can be. It's a 2-year. You can do it. You can take more than 2 years to accumulate the number of hours, but you can't do it in any less than 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. So that assures that people who earn the designation of licensed professional counselor in the state of Louisiana are well trained.
Yeah, they ran the gauntlet.
They've run the gauntlet both in education. Because you're not going to be admitted as a candidate without having having a degree from an accredited institution.
KCREP.
It's KCREP accredited institution. So
3,000 hours, and then the national counseling exam.
That's right, and you did very well on that.
Yeah, I already passed that one. So
already,
just
so there
doing
you go.
the hours.
Doing your hours. And I'm confident that you're going to get there. How about that for core beliefs of confidence? Yeah,
I am too.
There you go. Jimmie, I'm confident that you're a wonderful producer, so thank you.
I'm confident you're a wonderful host.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We're just all a bunch of confident people around here this evening.
Nothing wrong with that.
After
Not at
we've
all.
talked about the core beliefs of confidence. And again, if you want more on this, Dr. Thomas Rutledge wrote a fantastic blog and article for Psychology Today, so that's where you'll find more about the core beliefs of confidence. And I tell you what, I hope to be confident that you'll come back again tomorrow and join us for another edition of Strategies for Living, because you're the reason we do this each and every day here on Keel. And we do it because we have wonderful sponsors like the Robinson Film Center, like Azalea Cleaners, like Pintail Roofing, like Learning Rx, like Hempress Cannabis with Love, 3766 Uri Drive in Shreveport, and like the Shreveport Little Theater. If today were the last day of your life, you only had one more phone call that you could make, who would you call? And what would you say? And why are you waiting? Make the call. For PLPC Lauren Leon McMillian, for Jimmie Bryant, I'm David McMillian. See you next time here on Strategies for Living.
Love me so, my Lord.